Hey everyone, I'm on to my next project, and that is securing the perimeter the best I can and coming up with some security options. People like to wander onto your land when you're out and about, and there's guys who've ridden their motorcycles and ATVs here for years, so you know they really don't know if anyone's up here or not. So I'm putting in some gates and some fencing, and this is my entry gate up the initial road on the front side or back side of the property, depending wherever you're looking. And I've put in some 4-inch galvanized gate posts, and this is actually going to be a chain. I'm going to chain this. This is just so people can't drive up. No reason putting a big full-size gate with barbed wire or anything on it. They can climb, as you can see, right around the sides and hike up the hill, so no need to waste money there. I've got my concrete mixed, and I'm actually filling in all of my gate posts. So that will make them more sturdy, kind of sink them into the ground a little better, as far as the concrete will touch down below as well through the pipe. And if you ever back up into it, which I have done a few times, you won't bend over your pole as easily or put a big dent in it. And one of the main reasons is if someone decides they're going to be sly and cut your fence post down, well, guess what? They're going to hit concrete. And that's going to break the blade, maybe kick back the saw, and probably hurt the wrist. So there's a couple different reasons why you can put concrete in your poles, and plus it's very cheap. It doesn't cost that much. But that's the start of this. I just wanted to show you the first gate. I'll show you everything that I'm doing as I go. All right, there is gate 2. You can see the poles there. I just filled them with concrete. And that is going to be a gate. So that'll be a 6-foot with triple barbed wire at the top. And you can see there's a gap. I'll fill that in. This is mainly for vehicles and for ATVs not to be able to get around. Down there, obviously, you can get around, and you can see, where's the other fence here? I think it's behind the tree. It is. But take a walk down here so you can see just the position. Yeah, it's right behind the tree. They're down there, and that is the first up road to the major part of my property coming up. And you'll see here, this is the road we made coming all the way up, comes around a corner, and then we have our gate. So double layer security, and I'm doing that up at top too. I'll show you that. But you want to make it a little tough on these guys. Make it hard as possible. If they got to get over 2 fences and barbed wire, and they can't get their car or ATV up to haul stuff away, well, they're just going to go on to the next guy. So, all right, I'll show you the upper part of the property and show you those fence line and gates as well. This is the other entry to my property here. That road bends around and goes for a couple miles. And luckily or unluckily, we had a big storm and knocked a bunch of trees over, so that road is pretty much closed up to my property. There's a lot of people coming up here in the last couple weeks on ATVs and stuff, so hopefully that took care of that. And so you see it comes through, and there's my gate post. Well, that tree is my gate post. We're going to hook up to the tree since it's there, and we just put another post on the other side. We might as well use it, it's free. And we'll just screw in the fence or the gate to that and hitch it to this post, this 4-inch. And here is a little perimeter fence that, with the slope, you can see here, it's pretty steep down in there, and this kind of covers it to where they're going to have to go for a hike if they want to get into the property. And I'm going to see them, and one of my video cameras will probably see them as well. I shouldn't say probably, it will. And then this road wraps around into another property, and then here's my double gate again. So again, doubling up. So there's going to be 2 gates that people have to get through in order to get in your property, and that's going to definitely deter them. And there you can see I got more fence posts that roll out, and basically blocking easy entry or access. So now no ATV can get in here, no motorcycle, into where my building site and where my house will be. So, like I said, this is phase 1. I will show you, once we get the fence and gates up, what it all looks like. I know what you're thinking, oh my God, it's gonna look ugly and like a fortress. I have a nice little plan that will make all of this blend into the surroundings so you really won't see it. As promised, here is the finished product of my entry to my initial driveway. And as you can see, I did a fence, or a chain crossing. So all I'm trying to do is eliminate cars and ATVs from getting up here. Got my private property sign posted on the chain here. And I wanted to show you my lock that I put on all of my gates here. You can see it's pretty heavy duty. It's a pretty big combination lock, and no, that's not the combo, so don't get any ideas. But yeah, this is the real deal right here. So you can see, getting the perimeter set up. I will show you my secondary gate in just a moment. I wanted to show you real quick. Here is one of my several security cameras. I'm not going to show you all of them, of course, but that one is, I'll show you here, points right down my initial road. So anyone coming up, I will capture their front license plate and go from there. I want to show you my gate here. I'm going to walk up real quick. It's open right now. I'm doing some work up here. But you can see it's a double gate kind of configuration. I have that chain down below, and then I have my gate here that I prop open with a big piece of wood. But show you again, same lock, heavy duty. These were very difficult to cut through. 4-inch poles filled with concrete. So I showed you those when we were first starting to put them up, and I wanted to show you my signage. And you can see there is no question, stay off my property. This is not your place. You'd be surprised how many people wander around and got barbed wire ahead on top of it, and you're going, but Gary, you can walk right around it. Well, that's in case we ever decide to put more fencing on. We already have the barbed wire done, and the gate is reinforced with those cross members, and those are done so if someone cuts, they can't just push stuff through with just the square. You can actually cut all of the chain link off and actually push take items right through that big square. So that's why I did that as well. Paranoid? No, but it doesn't cost that much more, and it's worth it. And it makes the gate a heck of a lot stronger. All right, now on to the next gates. Well, here is the upper road fence. Like I've said before, I have an up road and a down road for my property, and this one, this is an easement road as well. It cuts through, and that's my property line. So you have a gate there, and then I double gated right here, which is the entry to my property off this easement road, and another camera, all my signs, 3-wire barbed wire all the way around. You can see I've put up a really good message of don't come on my property. I live here, and like I said before, you'd be surprised. People wander around and they're just, they're not necessarily looking to do anything. They just walking, hiking, and they see something and they go look. So these fences help send the message of don't go on here. And also, I wanted to show you something here on these cap holes. You're probably going, what's all that black stuff on all these bolts? Well, that is JB Weld. So they can't unstitch the fence and unscrew the back of it if they climb over and then pop out all the fence. So they're gonna have to grind and use grinding tools, and on this end cap I boogered it up pretty good. But you notice I actually put a bolt through there. There's a 1/2-inch bolt, and when for people who haven't done barbed wire before, you mess with these end caps, all they have is one screw for you to screw them in. It's like just kind of to hold it. Well, they don't hold it. As soon as you start tightening up, as I learned, they start moving on you. So I got the fence nice and tight, and both ends moved, both end caps. So I drilled through that 4-inch post all the way through and put a 1/2-inch bolt. And I did it on, there's one down here, but that's a 2 3/8 pole, just a normal fence pole there. But I did it on all the end caps. So it was quite a bit of work, but it's peace of mind. You know, it doesn't take very much. It was like 15 bucks for the JB weld. We started welding them with a welder here and there, but it's just so dangerous. Sparks are flying all over the place, and I just decided it was easier to use JB weld, and it's just as effective. So, well, there it is. And oh, show you here, that big monstrosity with a silver roof on it is actually the power shed. That's, you hear the generator, and my contractor, he's working on it right now. And that is where the solar panels are going to go, and all the solar equipment to run. So it's pretty exciting. And storage, I actually have storage, which is pretty good. So the roof is done, and we're getting it there. And hope you enjoyed all this and maybe learned a little bit of something. I know I did. It was a lot of work, and there's more to go.